Good morning. It's a Tuesday. It's a holiday here in Israel. Everything is closed pretty much. Very quiet. But here it's always open. So here with Georgie and Tofi and Shiva, everybody's really good vibes. And I just keep thinking of the horrible habit to speak negative and think negative. And never start your day with social media. So I started my day earlier because Shiva needs to take medication against epilepsy. And then I opened my TikTok and I saw this guy crying over a murdered, they call it a martyr, a woman killed, and they claim it's the Israeli airstrike. And I'm like, well, I don't know, but what I do know is it's a crime not to build one single bomb shelter, because, we could have also cried over babies dying in Tel Aviv and everywhere, because if we hadn't had bomb shelters, we definitely would have casualties. And the I can't even say the word, the disgusting hypocrisy of spending billions of euros to build terror tunnels and not shelter one woman, one child, one pregnant woman, to just offer them as a sacrifice, to just put them out there among the terrorists and then cry. Are we supposed to just lay down and die? And then I talked to this man. I talked to this man, and apparently he said we used to be 30, a family of 30 people in Passover meal. Now we are only 27 because his cousin, her baby was shot in the head. Now, so you cry for your children, or, I don't know why Time decided that a woman from Gaza holding a child is the scene of the year. That's so political, distorted, and forgetting about the other victims. So apparently this woman's baby was shot while she was holding her in arms in the head, and she asked him to kill her too. And she's now in a very, very bad mental state, as you can imagine. Her children don't have a father. He was murdered. The grandmother was murdered, and 3 members of the family were killed. And to shoot a baby in the head, and these are, he said it also, the guy, these are the people from Gaza. It's not the Hamas necessarily. The people from Gaza coming in, the kibbutzim, their neighbors who they worked for. They gave them medical assistance. They helped them in every way. They were peace activists. And then you just come in and slaughter babies, like shoot them in the head and celebrate it. And then you cry over your killed babies that you don't even put in a bomb. You don't build a bomb shelter for them. What did they expect? They're not idiots. They're not, what did they think was going to be the reaction of Israel after they throw thousands of rockets on our homes? What do they think? And allowing these Hamas, they celebrate murder and death. They celebrate it. They glorify it. So people like that, I don't even think there's any hope for anything with these kind of people, as long as they follow this ideology. And I don't think it's ever going to end. As I see, then I see on TikTok these pro-Palestinian so-called calling for the destruction of Israel. Why should that be allowed? Why should hate speech, jihadist hate speech be allowed on campuses? I don't get it. If they said kill all the African people, kill all the African people. Would that be free speech? No, it wouldn't. Obama would be screaming bloody murder. So why is it okay to call for the destruction of Jews? I don't understand. It's not just Israelis anymore, by the way. And that's enough too. Why would you call for the murder of anyone indiscriminately? Why? Or not indiscriminately, for the murder of anyone. So this madness, I think, is mental illness. It's a mental illness. It's like a virus. And I really don't want to see it in the morning. And I really have to think, I don't need this in my life. And to hear this story, this gut-wrenching story about a baby being shot in the head, a man invading a home of a person coming in and shooting the baby in the head. And then afterwards, we suffer. No, you don't. You don't have bomb shelters for your children. You feed them hate ideology and send them to murder people when they're 15, not even 12 years old. You send them to murder people. Did you see the guy in Sydney that they sent to murder this priest? Laughing? 15-year-old in the family. Well, we don't know where it comes from. Well, where does it come from? It doesn't come from the sky. Anyway, I don't want to talk negatively, but on the other hand, I can't avoid it. I can't just live in a little bubble and say this is not happening. Because if I get my coffee from a guy and he's telling me that his cousin is hospitalized because her baby was shot in the head in front of her and her husband killed in front of her and her children are now living, to deal with this trauma with, I don't know how they'll get over it. I'm sure they'll get over it because they have a strong family. But the pain and the suffering is so unnecessary. All pain and suffering is unnecessary. Why do we need this? Why do we need this shit? And let's not talk about the pain and suffering of animals. That is something that is very dear to my heart because animals really, why are they abused there? Why? Why do they abuse dogs? Shiva, no. There's no excuse for that. So I'm trying to be positive, but it's really hard. Makara? Oh my God, she's limping. Makara? Oy vavoy. Shiva, תראי לי מה יש לך ברגל. Oh, frick. I don't know, it's okay. I don't know, she's played too rough. But I don't want to flood you. Just say you really, maybe there's a filter. I really don't want to see any more negative, distorted ideology, propaganda of we are victims, and not taking any responsibility for what they did on October 7th. And afterwards, I mean, I don't think I can just erase those months of running to the bomb shelter in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, not having a normal life, not eating, not sleeping, running to bomb shelters. But at least I have a bomb shelter. By the way, not everybody here has a bomb shelter, but people do invest in building a bomb shelter. That's the first priority. And it costs a lot of money. And saying we shouldn't have any right to defend ourselves is so hateful. I don't know what to do with all the hate that I feel coming from the world, and I don't see the love. I don't feel the love. I don't see enough support. I really don't. Even here, I don't see, human beings are very selfish, and I don't see the support. I don't see the support in general, just in small communities. So yesterday I went to the LGBTs because it's a small community of people that have been rejected just because they are different. Let's not get into why they're like this or whatever. They're different, period. And they're being abused every day. Because I get shit, and I don't have anything very different except I talk a lot. I don't really have anything that is not average. But people that are different, that have a different way of expressing themselves, I don't think people should be judged and biased, and there's so much hate that they get and rejection, and I identify because I get hate, I get rejection, and I've done nothing to deserve it except some people are scapegoated, and in every family there's a black sheep who gets scapegoated. Why? Because there's predatory people who feel that other people are like, okay, victims, and this is what happens to us on a national level as well, that the predatory beasts want to attack people they could perceive as weak. But the irony is that the person perceived as weak sometimes grows stronger and stronger because this is the only way they can survive. You have to become stronger. And you become stronger than other people even. Because other people couldn't deal with what you're dealing with. It's just because you either die or you become stronger. And that's what I've had to deal with myself. It's not that I'm a narcissistic, but I'm telling you the truth. I've had to deal with a lot of shit. I had to deal with the fact that material wealth is more important than me. And it's so disgusting because we all know when we die, we can't take one fucking cent with us. And yet family just preferred to steal and leave me out of the family. And even not steal, they just don't like the fact that I'm not very prosperous financially. I never made a lot of money in teaching, and teaching is very, very low paid. It's disgusting. I don't know if I could do anything else, to be honest. I don't know what else I could do besides teach. I don't know. I tried many other things to do, but I don't know. I just don't know what else I could do. So right now I'm on a big decision-making point of my life, and I think I'm just going to find a place that I can thrive in and not feel constantly threatened and belittled as I did in the schools where I taught. I don't want to work in schools that have a violent atmosphere. I don't believe in screaming at kids or anyone. I don't believe also in treating other people better than other people just because of their ethnic origin. I mean, I taught in a school where half the staff were Arabs. They got, I'm 100% sure they got more money than me, because I can't even imagine anyone getting up in the morning to work on the salary they offered me. I mean, what was the principal thinking? I'm a joke? Does she think that my masters, my BA and my masters were like a joke? I'm a joke? All the studies I've done, all the experience I have teaching, does she think it's a joke? That she could pay me less than a cleaning lady? And then the Arabs, they come here because of the excellence of the school. Really? Really? How come we take photos of them and glorify them? Look, Muhammad is kicking a ball with the kids. And what I do with the kids, the art projects I did in English, nothing, zilch. Not one word of praise.